Can you eat more food to lose more fat? Wait, fuck, let's test the microphone real quick. Can you eat more food to lose more fat? Now, I feel like there is a lot of information and misinformation around this topic in the industry today. So today, we're gonna show you exactly what this actually means and, most importantly, if it's true. Now, hold on. That's better. Now, there are two main points of discussion that usually lead people to confusion when talking about can you eat more food to lose more fat? The first one being, if you increase your food that you're eating, you will therefore increase your body's metabolism and therefore you will burn more body fat. Now, this is definitely not true and it is not the way that you want to be thinking about fat loss. The simplest way to think about this is if your dog started to gain more weight, he got a little bit fat, you wouldn't just start feeding him more in the hopes that his metabolism will magically speed up and therefore he will just start shedding all this body fat, would you? Well, I hope not anyway. What you would do is you'd probably, number one, stop feeding him your leftovers, and number two, probably increase his walks a little bit more. That's the same way that you should be thinking about fat loss for yourself. Whatever you do, do not get tricked into a marketing scheme because someone sells you a fat loss metabolism meal plan booster.
But I found the secret to losing weight. It's Sprinkle Away, and it can work for you. Just a little sprinkle will do ya. It makes food too bitter to eat.
If it's got increased metabolism to burn body fat, you eat more food, don't get sucked into that, okay? And if you have, don't worry, we've all been there, lesson learned. So that leaves us to the question, is there actually a way that you can eat more food and lose more body fat? Yes, fortunately there is. Welcome to the world of food volume. This simply means eating larger quantities of food for the same amount of calories. Basically, how much food can I have for the amount of calories I'm allowed on a day-to-day basis? Now, that last sentence is very, very important. We are not in any way increasing our calories. We are simply seeing how much food we can get for the amount of calories that we have. This will simply mean making smarter food choices and always opting for lower calorie foods that are high in fiber and high in volume. Now, I'm about to show you a full day of eating where I'm going to try and eat the most amount of food humanly possible for the least amount of calories possible. Now, the way that this will actually help you lose more body fat is simply the sheer fact of eating more food volume is going to keep you satiated for longer, which means you're going to be able to stick to the plan. If you can stick to the plan and therefore remain in that calorie deficit and not feel the need to either overeat or binge, that is key for long-term fat loss results. Keep in mind, I have a decently big appetite and I've just come from 4,000 calories on my lean bulk, now down to 2,700 calories. And now for this video, we're gonna be seeing if we can eat even less than that, still stay full, still stay satiated, and show you some great ways to do that. All right, well, let's get it. So for some context, my current dieting calories are 2,700, but for today's video, I'm gonna be eating quite a decent amount under this. And I'm also gonna be eating a ton of food volume. So stay tuned for some wicked recipes and watch the end of the video to see how many calories I actually hit. Alright guys, for lunch we are making barbecue Korean kebabs with udon noodles mixed with konjac noodles and veggies. So I actually made these kebabs yesterday already, so we don't need to do those. This is going to be super simple. All you need to do is boil the kettle, and then from there we're just going to cook the udon noodles and the konjac in there as well. So the key for this is the konjac noodles, like literally this whole packet right here is only 20 calories. So we're about to strain that, add that with the udon, chuck it into the boiling hot water. The reason I don't personally do just konjac is because they don't actually taste that good, to be honest. But if you mix it with udon, you get twice the amount of volume and get super full and tastes way better. So let's do it. So as you can see, full frying pan worth of food there. Like that's a lot of volume and it's only this many calories. So it's pretty good for that. And to make it taste way better as well, I recommend chucking everything back into the pan, just mixing it all together to get the flavors going. We're gonna add in some soy sauce. So when you're adding sauces and seasonings especially, always look for low calorie ones. So that one's going in now, and then we're gonna add Thai sweet chili light sauce on top. These over like the normal sauces makes a huge difference, like over your calories for each day, each week, each month. So for example, this is 4 calories per serve. So basically, you don't even need to count it. And lunch is served. As you can see, I don't think this bowl does the size of this meal justice. So look at it compared to my head. And I have a massive head, so that is saying something. All right, I'm gonna enjoy this, and then I will see you guys when I get hungry again. One thing I did forget to mention is the increased fiber with the udon noodles, and especially the konjac noodles mixed with protein. It's gonna be very satiating, which means you're gonna be fuller for longer as well. So moving on to dinner, we are doing 230 grams of rump steak, 400 grams of spudlight potatoes, and then maybe a little salad on the side. Guys, for the potatoes, you have to get these spudlight potatoes. The calories on these are actually insane. 400 grams, which you're about to see how much that is. I think it's only about 40 grams of carb or less. It's actually crazy. I'm gonna put a comparison on the screen right now. 400 grams of spudlight potato is equal to about 2 or 3 Allen's snakes. That's actually insane. Anyway, let's go. And dinner is served. Guys, as you can see, like I was saying before, that is a lot of food volume. Once again, this is like a tiny little bit more plain than usual. Maybe I throw a bit of cheese on the potatoes or something. Could probably still do that, but either way, this is gonna seriously fill me up. But this is what I'm talking about when it comes to food volume. So as you can see, hopefully by now that you can eat more food volume and hit your results, lose more fat, and this is how it's gonna help. So stick around because we have a killer dessert. I don't know if you can call it a recipe, but killer dessert idea coming up. And yeah, I'm gonna smash this down. Zeus is pretty freaking keen on dinner as well, and see you for dessert. And that is last meal of the day, dessert. As you can see, like honestly, this bowl is heavy. So we have 300 grams of watermelon, 150 grams of strawberries, 200 grams of yogurt, and about 15 grams of Nutella. If I've worked this out correctly, it's gonna be about 18 to 1900 calories. That is actually insane. That's 1,000 calories less than what I usually eat on my cutting diet, which is what I'm currently on, which is nearly 2,000 calories less than my bulking diet. I'm crazy full right now. I didn't even finish that salad with dinner. I ate all the steak and the potatoes, half the salad, and I was like, I'm done. Saving some room for dessert. So just goes to show, if you're smart with your food choices, you pick low calorie, high volume, dense foods like we did today, and you guys saw the size of the food, of the meals, like it's pretty easy to stay full, to stay on track, and to stay satiated. So if you didn't know what food volume is, now you do. Hope that video helped, guys. If you want to figure out your calories, if you're not sure what you need to be eating, then click this video right here, and that will help.